Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem Makakradash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Haruel. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother Dawadah from the Men of Valor campaign in Greenville, South Carolina, coming back with another video in sincerity and in truth. Lord willing, it can be edifying. All right, and man, all right, with everything going on right now, all right, I was, we was speaking in the chat last night, a holy chat, a holy conversation. These people are through as hell, all right, and we're in a time where they're about to lose everything, and we're about to gain, okay? And we've been, we speak about this. We brought this out in videos at camp, all right? But now we're seeing the Lord really setting his hand upon it in brothers' lives, man. Okay, we weren't going to take L's forever. All right, when we came into this truth, like it says in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, my son, when thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time and trouble. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, but we read that so much. All right, we so used to, catching hell in this thing, and it's not for the sake of just catching hell. All right, we have sins that we have to, that we're being still punished for, rebuked for, all right, corrected for, might I say. All right, ultimately, if we're of the elect, Yahweh Shah's blood covers us, but, hey, there's still shit that we've done, man. We're worthy of death. All right, the sins that we've committed are worthy of death, man. All right, before the Lord brought us back into this truth, man. All right, because if we're in this truth, if we're of the elect, all right, then, hey, we were prophets of old. We don't know who we are. But if we endure into the end, that's just the truth. The spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. All right, but we've been speaking on these different things, and now we're seeing it come to fruition, and we're seeing you people's faces panic in real time. All right, and when everything was happy-go-lucky, when all the war ain't no war coming, the dollar ain't never going away, and now you're staring down the barrel of both of these things, and you're holding U.S. dollars. And the tax money and your taxes that you pay are going toward this third world war. So, yes, you're directly in this thing, man. You Americans, whether you want to ignore it or not, whether you voted Democrat or Republican, if you pay taxes, your taxes went toward this war effort, man. And it's going toward the demise of America. How about that for a catch-22? That's the Lord. That's the spirit of the Lord, man. All right, but as for us, all right, because you people about to catch hell. You people about to be out here starving to death. Because we're coming into a time like never before. And you people have not trained your mind to go without eating at all. You just haven't. Right? So what's going to happen when your grocery stores don't have food in it? All right, when you start going a day, 2 days without food. The average person can't miss a meal, let alone, I tell people sometimes I only eat once a day. They look at me like I got 2 heads. American society taught you needed 3 meals a day, healthy, balanced breakfast, but that was all, it was a money grab, really. What is breakfast? To break fast, fasting overnight. Your fasting is good. It does good for the body and the spirit, fasting and prayer. All right, but nonetheless, all right, we've gone times without eating, we afflict our flesh. All right, and if the time comes where we need to go a couple days without food, we pray that the Lord sees us through it, man. But he's not going to forsake his elect. All right, quite the contrary. That's what this video is about. Quite the contrary. The Lord is about to have us in beautiful positions, Akim. All right, and this is an exhortation. So let's get into it. Job chapter 5 and verse 17. Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. Exactly. Don't despise it, because happy is the man who the Most High corrected. If the Lord is correcting you, all right, that means he loves you. He receives you as a son. Different shit happen. Situations with women, situations with family, situations with a job, situations with life. The Lord might sit you down for a second, not to destroy you, but because he loves you. He's purifying you. If he didn't love you, he just let you off to your own devices. Like these Edomite parents, they don't be caring what their kids be doing and shit. And the kids just be destroying themselves. All right? When you're supposed to order your house, man. So the Lord loves us. He's ordering us. It might not feel pleasant all the time, but it's going to lead us ultimately to a kingdom, an everlasting kingdom, man. And it's in a man's being to want to rule. Damn what people try to say, you know, oh, you shouldn't want to rule over anybody. It's in our spirit, man. It's in the Israelite man's spirit to rule. The Lord created us to rule. All right, and we've had to play the background for so many years. We had to play the low. All right, but ultimately, that's the spirit of an Israelite man, to rule, to have many women, to enjoy the fruits, to shine, to stunt. That's the Heavenly Father in Yahweh Shai's spirit. Yahweh Shai, when he was on the earth as King Solomon, he had 1,000 wives. You know, he had 1,000 women, 700 wives, 300 concubines. Right? The average Israelite man gonna be living like that in the kingdom, man. And far surpass it. But society, Esau tried to put in a society that said, oh, one man, one woman. And it sounds good. It sounds good. You know, and if you're dealing with one woman, that's cool. All right, because these women are all out of whack anyway. But, you know, they created this scarcity mindset. Oh, you're talking to another woman, huh? You were created for us, not the other way around. You know? And that's the ultimate thing that decades of indoctrination and philosophy has completely just ruined the family structure. They tried to keep Jake from reproducing, but we reproduce anyway. The more you oppress us, the more we reproduce. Meanwhile, Esau at the top, and his ass can't, you know, he not reproducing. So again, verse 18, for he maketh sore and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yet in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. Okay, so the Lord is going to deliver us from our troubles. It's called Jacob's trouble, what we're entering into. So the Lord is going to deliver us. All right, the elect, not the 2/3. They're fucked. They're done. But the Lord is going to deliver them. His elect. It says, and in 7 there shall no evil touch thee, because ultimately that nuclear destruction will be the last plague to burn this bitch. But the Lord is literally going to call up his elect into the chariots. Hide thyself in thy chambers until the indignation be overpassed. You know? The elect literally going to be taken out of the line of fire. Verse 20, in famine he shall redeem thee from death. Exactly. So if famines are coming, and hell, we got regular jobs like everybody else. We got regular money like everybody else. So when these grocery stores and shit go down, they don't have any fucking food in it, we're going to fully rely on Yahweh Shai. So the Lord said he's going to redeem us from famine. Or in famine, he's going to redeem us from death. It says, and in war from the power of the sword. So we know Esau's coming down with his ICE agents, with his Palantir, with his robots and all this shit. And the Lord is going to meet him at every checkpoint, man. You know, yeah, some of us might get snatched up. We don't know who. All right, but the Lord is going to protect us even in that. But nonetheless, the Lord is going to provide ways for brothers to escape, for brothers to be good, while everybody else is out here fucked up. Verse 21, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, and neither shall thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. So we're not afraid of destruction when it cometh. And that means it's coming. It's not, it might come. It is coming. But the Lord is saying we won't be afraid. You know how stoic you have to be? How unmovable? Like it says, Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability. That's the key word, stability of thy time. Because everybody else is going to be unstable. And they're going to see us and they're going to be like, how is he so stable? Why? Because Yahweh Shai was always covering us. Even when it wasn't popular. Even when it wasn't openly beneficial to the world to serve the Lord. The Lord covered us. And now in famine and despair and calamity and destruction, the Lord is going to cover us. It says, verse 21 again, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shall thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. You got lions and tigers and bears out here. What kind of spirit is the Lord going to put on his men for us to not be afraid of the beasts of the earth? You see a big enough dog out here, you like, oh shit. So imagine seeing a lion, a damn tiger, something, animals you don't see out in the wild. You might see a damn ape, a gorilla that could rip your fucking limbs off. And the Lord said, we're going to be at peace with them. You know? Or it said, we're not going to be afraid of them. Then it's going to say we're going to be at peace with them. Verse 23, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. See? You know, you might have bears or somebody, you know, come bring you some food, bring you some fish. You got the fish in his mouth, drop the fish off to you. Because bears know how to fish. They know how to catch fish and shit. You know? The Lord is about to come through in miraculous ways, man. You cannot put the Lord in a box at all. You know, I want to get one more. Because, hey, we're in the season of winning, and you damn people are about to lose, man. All right, and that's just, and we're seeing it live in color, man. Esau losing his woman. His woman want to deal with Jake. She want to get down with Jake. You know, Jake occupying their spaces. Esau, you know, Esau coming out to be the damn loser that he really is. It's all coming together. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 2, and we'll finish off right here, verse 27. It says, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, Jacob's trouble, that day is coming. You know, and it's not just one day. It's going to, you know, we don't know how long it's going to be. All right, but the Lord is going to shorten the days for the elect's sake. Otherwise, no flesh should be saved, because Esau about to go. He about to go at it. He about to get at it. Right? This is, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. So others are going to weep. Others are going to be out here through. They might come to us begging and pleading. But it's a reason the Lord has them in their position and the Lord has us in ours. Why? Because they rejected Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua when the times of mercy was open, extended unto them. If they're not set to be with a man of the Lord during Isaiah 4, one talking about these women, all right, then their ass is cooked, man. You can't help them. So it says, when others shall weep and be sorrowful, thou shalt be merry and have abundance. Merry, you're going to be jolly. You're going to be, you know, they talk about Merry Christmas and shit, but merry. You know, you're going to be like, damn, we good. Imagine that. Because right now, in this society, right now, man, we be fucking vexed, right? Brothers be vexed. So imagine we're merry and we have abundance, meaning more than you actually need. And that's where Isaiah 4:1 is going to come in, because they're going to want to be under your covering because you have the resources. You are the resource. You're the source because you serve the source. The source is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You are the physical counterpart. You are the physical ambassador on the earth. And the Lord is going to protect us from you know, the elements, from famine, from death, from the enemy. And he's going to allow us to enjoy it. Be merry and have abundance, man. That's on this side. That's not in the kingdom. In the kingdom, we're going to have pleasures forevermore. The Lord is talking about covering us on this side. We're walking into these times. As Esau destroys this economy and destroys the dollar, he's thinking everybody going to be through and everybody going to be relying on him. These are the times we're no longer going to stay upon him that smote us, but upon Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua in truth. We've been waiting for these times, man. Damn Esau and his system, man. The Lord got something better. We love it, man. So I just want to share that through the Spirit. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai B'Hashem, Wakar Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who well. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.